Hey folks, my name is Pravus and welcome to more Galactic Civilizations 4, which just released its version 3.0 a few days ago, and there are a host of new changes that we're going to be taking a look at today, including new fleet supply limits, hyperlanes, map generation, improved AI, and a host of other changes. Before we get started, of course, I want to say a very big thank you to our partners over at Stardock Entertainment for sponsoring today's video. They have been a long-term partner for the channel, and it is very much appreciated. You guys can find out more about Galactic Civilizations 4 in the link in the description down below. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and start up a new game and explore the new features in version 3.0. Now, lately we've been playing as some very aggressive races, whether that be some giant space germs or murder robots. I thought it might be fun to try something a little less conventional for me. How about some giant dragons in space who profit off of everyone else's war, and then hoards that gold and becomes more powerful as we do? Yes, the Drath Freehold should do just fine, so we will indeed be war profiteers. Extra money whenever warring races are our trading partners. We'll also get black market tech, which seems pretty cool. We're also an ancient race. That means more policies, more science from precursor artifacts and anomalies and other techs. This should be pretty great. The only real problem with these guys, honestly, is that they're really not meant for wide expansion. Their growth is a little on the slow side. So we're not going to have a ton of population, and we're not going to have a ton of planets. Still, I think that should make for an interesting and different playstyle. Now let's see, as far as our traits, we start off very scientific and rich, which is good. I don't know if I care about having all the extra starting control. I think I'll get rid of this and save 2 points. Instead, put this into, let's say, productive, and then maybe a little bit of extra move speed for my ships. I do value that a lot. The more I've been playing the game, especially in the early game, the more I think the movement really does help get you started before anyone else does. This seems decent. Let's give this one a go. Now, one thing I want to point out is the galaxy settings have been revamped a little bit, so there's more customization than there was before. Plus, we have something new down here called hyperlanes, which I'm going to try to make more frequent so we can see them. And then we'll throw a whole bunch of random races into the game, just so I have a lot of potential warring or trading partners. And here we go with our starting world of Drath. And yeah, actually down here we can see exactly what our strengths and weaknesses are. The Drath have bonuses to diplomatic and economic skills, but are hampered with a slow natural birth rate. Okay, so taking a look, we have a couple of starting planets nearby. Let's go ahead and quickly colonize some of those. In fact, I'll use an executive edict to get another colonist ship and go grab this second world real quick, thank you. And then let's zoom out and see our place in the sector. And actually, right off the bat, you can see from map generation, things look pretty different. It used to be that the stars in a sector were fairly evenly spread out, but now everything kind of clusters together in different patterns, almost like continents in space. So the map generation's very different. I'm curious to see what kind of an impact this will have on the gameplay. There are other changes, but we'll come back to them once I have the technology to actually see them. For now, I need to send my probes to try and find some colonizable worlds. I need to know what expansion options exist. In fact, I'm going to use another executive edict with the telescope takeover and spend some control, and just look over, let's say, right here and see what we got. Okay, so we actually found a minor world, plus a very small, tiny planet over here, but it is a way of expanding some range, so it could be worse. A lot, and I mean a lot, of asteroids over here. That's interesting. And as far as our capital world, what do we have to work with? Okay, it's a fairly wide open planet. We've got some rare stones for wealth, a nanite transmitter to create a warship. Huh, okay, that could be useful depending on how good the warship is. Not a lot of other bonuses working for me, though. Still, I kind of like that at least we have a lot of space to work with. We'll just place our capital right here and just take advantage of the extra housing slot right off the bat. So I'm going to have a lot of science over in this direction, I think, mostly industry over here. And then maybe there'll be a little bit of room for some wealth generation. We will see. What do we have for some special buildings? I've got the Elemental Fabricator, so extra manufacturing could be pretty good. We've got the Tower of Precipice, or whatever, improves the intelligence of all my people. Oh, good. I like a lot of extra science and influence growth. That seems pretty great. And then we have the Arms Expo. Diplomacy, income, more science, more income, adjacency level bonuses +3. Wow. Yeah, we'll build out something kind of like this. These shallows are going to get a little annoying at some points. Maybe I can build some small research districts and stuff here later. We'll see. Gonna convert all my extra citizens over here to workers, except for the one scientist we have, just to boost up my manufacturing a little bit more. Start with colonial policies, of course, because I do want to have those unlocked, and I have an extra one, so that's even more important for the Drath. Build out a couple more probes so we can explore faster, and I think that's a decent first turn. So what other changes have been made into the game? Well, right up over here, you're going to notice we have something here called fleet supply, which influences how many ships we are going to be able to have in our armada. It's a pretty high cap, so it's not necessarily going to limit the players a ton, but it does mean that you can't just build like literally swarms of unlimited ships. At some point, everyone is going to hit that cap, and you're going to have to get more creative and have better quality ships instead of more quantity. There's also been some changes as far as like the traversing of the map. So nebulas, for example, now slow down your movement. So if you're surrounded by a bunch of nebulas, that's kind of like a small choke point as far as where ships are going to want to fly around. There's also something called hyperlanes. Hopefully we have some in our sector here. We won't be able to see those until we get a certain technology. Yeah, subspace scanning down over here is where we're going to be able to see hyperlane travel. So we have to work our way down the science tree at least a little bit before we can get to this point. They might be game changers. We're going to find out. Now, what is this? It looks like we have a special mission. The Drath, savvy survivors of the Lost Elemental, have charted their way through the stars at a deliberate pace. Ooh, cool dragon art. We apparently really hate the Altarians. I don't know why. Apparently we have a claim on their world. I could convene a Elders Council, make a military building, or get a cultural heritage site. Since I don't know what these do, it's kind of hard to say what's best. Let's go for the Elders Council and see what that does on our home world. We got this. Okay. So, extra science. Okay, yeah, lots of good scientific opportunities around here now. So we're going to be a science home planet. That's what it's turning into. We're going to get a lot of science. Suits me just fine. Let's go ahead and take a look at our civilization, because I want to see what policies we have available. Now, as the Drath, we get 2 policy slots, so we can go for Heart of the Empire for money seems great. Heritage protection, 100% influence growth. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, okay, I'll do this. Start expanding out our borders. I don't know, maybe we become a tourism economy. That could be a thing. Another world over here with a bunch of asteroids. Why are there so many asteroids? Even more. Holy crud. Good thing I'm getting the asteroid mining tech. Apparently that's going to be relevant. Ooh, artificial gravity, more movement. Yes, please. I'm going to have to quickly build out a colony ship here, unless in 5 turns I will have enough culture points to get egalitarianism. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't get another colony ship. Hold on. Instead, I'm going to focus on getting constructors. We need lots of star bases. Oh, and we've already met our first alien race, the Taurian regime. We remember them. Well, okay, I don't know what you're saying, and quite frankly, I don't care, because until I can do any trading with you, you don't have anything that interests me. The big question is, where are you? Are you close? Are you far? Whoop, and the shrimp people. Okay, we know they're here as well. There's another tiny little world over here. Good lord. Yeah, not really finding a lot to work with, if I'm honest. Not a lot. There's one! It's really far away. Rusom over here. Class 20 planet. It's been bombarded and is covered in pollution. I'm not going to say it's exciting, but, I mean, it's there. Well, let's go ahead and get ourselves some culture. Now, with the Drath, you really are supposed to focus on individualism. However, the egalitarianism start is just so good. 3 free colony ships right off the get-go. It's amazing for early expansion. So we're going to pick it up and see if we can't grab any of these worlds. They may not be very good, but I need to stake my claim somehow. In fact, I'll draft up even more colonists using some more of my control. Why not? 4 colony ships. Out we go. Whoop, there's a good planet. Size 24. Yes. Though around my capital world, I do want to place down a economic starbase over here. Doing so should give me an extra 5% manufacturing and income. That's good. We also need to start claiming some of the nearby resources as quickly as we can before anyone else beats me to the punch. Because you know they will. There's the shrimp. I guarantee they're going to work their way over here soon. It's actually fine that I know where they are, because I'm going to need trading partners. That's kind of my entire thing, right? As the dragons, we like making lots of money. That means lots of trade. I'm definitely sensing a bit of a pattern on some of these worlds. Like, are red stars over here now more likely to have Durantium and asteroids around them? Because that seems to be a thing. Well, let's go ahead and swing back toward individualism. I want to get independence. 15% decrease to supply attrition from colonies is actually kind of good. Reason being, the further away any of these little planets are from your nearest core world, the less resources you get from them. This helps remove a bit of that. So right now we're only at 34% reduction instead of almost a full 50% reduction. So Drath gets more value out of all the far-flung worlds. Okay, we have our first really big world over here. There's actually a couple of them, though. Do I want to make this the core world? Yes, I think it's decent. So maybe we can try hiring another governor. You'll do fine. Assign you here. There we go. Okay, so as we continue colonizing, this is going to be a better and better world for us. Pretty decent science options nearby. Some manufacturing, a bit of military. It's an okay world, yeah. Met another species. Oh gosh, it's the weird moth people. These guys are nocturnal. Every like 15 turns, they have bonuses that like swap around. They'd be kind of cool, except the weird little eye thing in the middle of their forehead just creeps me the frick out. I don't like it. Go away. This is GNN. Somehow, despite being a civilization that's not known for spreading wide, the Drath Freehold are currently the largest and most spread out civilization in the galaxy. How do they accomplish this? No one knows and no one cares. More at 10. Okay, we just got the subspace scanning technology, so this hopefully will reveal to us if there are any known hyperlanes. It doesn't look like I know of any yet. Okay. Well, we'll have to continue exploring. So what is a hyperlane? Well, think of it kind of like a special highway that is going to attach different star systems. So let's say that's one over here, attached to like one over here. And if you use this, it's a really fast way of traveling a very long distance, which means that controlling different ends of these hyperlanes will become a very important strategic consideration. If I can find one, I'll happily show it to you. How are we looking as far as our production on our capital world? We're starting to get there. Got a bunch of my unique buildings up and running, up to 31 or so manufacturing. Looking okay. Oh my gosh, we're finding a whole bunch of colonizable planets now out over here. Yeah, I'm going to have a very weird spread out empire. I'm not super comfortable with how this is looking so far. Defending this is going to be really annoying. If I can make good friends with at least one or two of my neighbors, get some alliances, that would make my life a lot easier and more secure. We have our first trade route established. Granted, it's with a nearby minor world, but I don't care. Because at the end of the day, that's getting me an extra, trade income per turn, 6. It's okay. It's not enough. We're gonna need a lot more. Oh, it's the Altarians! I hate them! It's the space elves! Or I don't know why I call them elves. They don't have pointy ears. Whatever. It's something about their aesthetic. Do not get in our way. I'm not even gonna bother trading with you. You're my arch nemesis. Why? I don't even know, but it's not important. You must die. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, we found a mysterious sleeper ship drifting through space, heading toward the core of the galaxy. We could let them go, we could terminate the passengers and get the ship and maybe any technology, or we could wake them up and then hopefully they're friends? What would the dragons do? They would terminate the passengers. Yeah, that finishes off an important tech, I suppose. Okay, cool. I don't feel bad at all. All right, these moths have to die. I've been trying to grab some of these planets, and they keep beating me to the punch on a few of them. All right, I think I made a decision then. If I'm gonna do anything here, I need to try and get these guys and these guys on my side so I can protect my flanks, build up a military, crush them, and just control this pocket, this huge corner right here. And then I'll just build tall, and then just sit on a giant hoard of money, and we'll be great. Yeah, see, these guys just came over here, and I've grabbed all this territory, and they're just like, you know what, this tiny little planet right here? Sure, we'll grab this too. And it's like, the border gore, dude, the border gore. It's unacceptable. What is this? A hollow record flickers to life, revealing a story that stretches back millennia to Arnor. I get to reclaim a Titan? Give me. Yes, give me that dreadnought. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, this thing has so much freaking attack. Oh, we must protect the dreadnought and also make use of it while it's so powerful that it will obliterate all of my enemies. Yeah, I'm gonna start losing some of these planets here pretty soon. Their influence is starting to take too much. I've got to send my military forces in here to deal with these guys now, or else I am going to get unseated from a huge chunk of my territory. Tell you what, let's get some shipyard stimulus packages up and running so that we can start building faster. I really don't think I can afford to wait, unfortunately. I think I have to take a risk here. Alrighty, let's declare our war. We'll do a simple war of expansion. I'm not looking to go too crazy here or even remove you from the game, but I am definitely going to try and cripple you before you can do much. My big issue is I don't think I have, like, any real siege ships yet. I'm building them, but it's going to take a little bit before I have any to actually lay waste to any of the planets and conquer them. So, yeah, this is just going to kind of stop them from building up, but it's not necessarily going to save my planets from flipping. Looks like we can take out their main shipyard here, so that's going to hamper them quite a lot. Still haven't seen any signs of an actual navy proper, which either means I'm in really good shape or really bad shape. Oh, there we go. Found some of them. What do we have here? One pretty strong flagship. Not strong enough, I don't think. Yeah, he's got some really long range for him, but my dreadnought is definitely strong enough to deal with this, I would think. It looks like he knocked out one of my fighters. That's easily replaced. Fighters are expendable. There you go. Okay. Not even slightly worried about it. Okay, so we do have a siege fleet in position to start doing some damage to them next turn, which will take us how long to defeat them? 1 month? Oh, that's not even that bad. I'll take it. Invasion complete. Your ring world now belong to me. Also, gigamass harvesting is done. Good. Woo. And cruiser doctrines. Okay, with cruisers, everything's gonna change. I guess I better start absorbing whatever gigamass I can get my filthy paws on, since we know this is going to end up being quite the race. That said, with a sector this large, like, there has to be plenty of gigamass to go around, too, right? Oh, for God's sake, why are the squirrels back? They did this to me last time, too! Oh, my God. Where are they now? Did they actually spawn in my territory? Did they take my stuff? Because that's what they usually do. I don't see them, so I'm going to assume that they actually spawned somewhere else. Oh, good. It's getting really tired of the stupid squirrels. Yeah, there they are. They spawned way out over here. Okay, good. They shot one of my probes. They saw my probe, they got angry, they threw their nuts at it, and it's dead. But they're not in my territory, therefore I don't really care. I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to be able to actually, not wipe this player off the face of the map entirely. Even when I take planets around them, their influence is so strong that I don't think I'm going to be able to hold these planets for long. Oh boy, this is going to become a bit of a pain. Might have to set up some communication star bases just to try and propel my borders around. That's a weird feeling. Still, despite the setbacks we're having with some of the borders, I am definitely crushing these guys. They did not have much in the way of defenses. They spread like a bomber or a fighter across every planet to be a little annoying, but it's just such a small garrison, it doesn't really change anything. And I really wasn't planning on being very aggressive, but if you're going to steal my planets, like, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm a dragon. I protect my hoard. And now, see, I don't like that the Taurian regime just stole this little planet over here. So now you know who's got to die next. I'm not trying to do it on purpose. They're antagonizing me. Yeah, I can't even take out some of their star bases. All right, you know what's faster and easier at this point? Just kill them. Wipe them off the galaxy. That's it. We're completely obliterating these guys, and then there's no star bases, no problems, easy peasy. Didn't have to be this way. That's all I'm saying. Didn't have to be this way. I have noticed, by the way, that the AI is actively demanding tribute from people a lot more often. And that is one of the changes that is in this latest version. The AI apparently is going to be more aggressive about demanding tribute from people. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. I mean, I know it doesn't feel good right now, but maybe that's a good thing for the game overall. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock self-reliance. I could go for privacy. Yeah, 25% approval bonus is nice, but self-reliance 3 to all attributes for all citizens just seems really, really good. Like, I'm just gonna start churning out so much science and production out of that. At least I hope that's the way it's gonna work. And there goes that last world there. Okay. Oh, the moths actually did decide. Gosh dang you! Ah. Right. I wanted to destroy them so that they would dismantle their star bases so I could take advantage of all the resources and stuff. Oh, for frick's sake. And now the Taurians are declaring war on me because I refuse to keep giving them tribute. This is going to get very, very annoying very quickly, isn't it? Yes, I think it is. Because my fleets are a little out of position while I try to deal with these guys. Now they're going to make pushes up over here and be annoying. Oh boy. But at least I have a whole bunch of other cruisers and ships trained up and ready for this sort of eventuality. We knew it was coming. I don't know where Toria's ships are. They declared war on me, so I assume they've got a navy somewhere. But so far, they seem to be more or less leaving me alone, which is weird. Anyway, we can build black markets now, so that's gonna get fun. But like, legitimately, if you're just gonna let me start taking your stuff, I'll take your capital. It's right there. It's not that hard for me to reach. Yep, there they are, finally. Okay, so they are laying siege to me. What do you have? You got cruisers, bombers, some unclassified unknown ships, and then mostly fighters and stuff like that. So some cruisers could be a problem, but I've got more cruisers than that, so maybe we can get in there and do something about this. Okay, now these guys are harassing me. They're sending little groups, little strike forces, taking out star bases, any civilian ships. Yeah, okay, I see how this is. I mean, credit where it's due, these guys are definitely proving to be very annoying, more than anything else. They've got a lot more forces than the Moths ever did. They're a worthy foe. It's just, I think I'm outproducing them, and that's a big part of why we're gonna win. Oh, and these guys built a Dyson sphere for me you guys shouldn't have. Pretty sure all I gotta do is just take their capital world and their entire sphere of influence collapses, at which point this entire region of space becomes mine in one fell swoop. Oh, you want me to give up now? Oh, I see. No! You declared war on me, now you pay the price. Don't come calling to me now and being all like, oh please, I made a horrible mistake. I know you made a mistake, it's not my fault it took you too long to come to the same conclusion. Ooh, they're coming back in with a vengeance, but it's too late, fool. I have grabbed your capital world, and now this one over here. So all I need to do is peace out. And surely you will agree, right? You say it won't work. Really? Because you were the one offering me peace. Huh, I have to give them literally anything. Literally anything, huh? I mean, I could just give you a few hundred credits. I guess I wouldn't care. Here, learn how to make farms so that you can get me more pops that I can conquer. Sound good? You know something I just realized? I forgot to take the Dyson sphere. No! What am I doing? I'm not paying attention. I'm getting war fatigue and I'm failing. You know, I will say though, having looked at the capital world for the Taurians here, they actually did build something relatively strong. Some of the districts are in kind of unusual spots and sort of spread out a little bit, but like generally speaking, yeah, they place buildings in areas to get a lot of stacking bonuses. This is not bad. The AI has definitely improved on this, I think. Let's see if that's true with the shrimp as well. Yeah, you heard me. I'm killing you. Literally the next turn, they're like, you know what? Actually, wait. Could you just give you, like, can we just give up now? Is this an option? Let's go ahead and learn about the principles of privacy, because everyone knows a dragon likes to hide in their lair. And then what else comes down this path? I mean, eventually all individualists can give me extra wealth, which is good. Or 8% on all core worlds except my home world. I mean, in some cases that's not bad. Eventually sovereign identity. Resistance to foreign influences, all citizens get another 25% in their stats. And we get individual divinity tech? So like super libertarianism. Cool. Now one good thing though is as we continue to expand, I am going to start building up some Dyson spheres of my own. These are finishing up around some white stars right about now. And in case you don't know, it actually does matter what kind of star you place your megastructures around, white stars being the best for a Dyson sphere, everything else being a bit more limited. And as we've seen with things like the Nexi, or the Ring Worlds, it does matter what kind of stars you place around there too. And in the latest update, a lot of the map generation did change with stars and what kind of things you're going to find around them. So as we've already kind of alluded to earlier, it certainly seems like red stars are more likely to get some Durantium, yellow stars are more likely to have habitable planets around them, that kind of a thing. So once you learn what the different stars are and their patterns, you know, when you start a new game, that might actually be a clue what kind of stars you want to investigate first. Okay, Manti Cluster are dead and out for the count. That gets all this territory now. So we are definitely taking a huge chunk of the galaxy at this point. Alrighty, how happy are my dragons now, by the way? I'm curious. We've stacked up 13,000 credits. They should be very happy, right? Yes, 13% approval. So it literally is just going to be 1% approval for every 1,000 credits we stockpile. Man, it's going to take a very large dragon's hold before that's going to be very impactful. Are you ready to go for sovereign identity? Yeah, I think so. Might as well. It's exactly 69 points. Pretty nice. What does it do? It increases the skills of all of my leaders and citizens by 1. Like, everything. Oh, well, that actually seems pretty good. I mean, that's just like, that's just an empire-wide buff. Why not? Well, I think it might be time to go ahead and just finish off the Taurians. A lot of their planets are within my territory. Like, theoretically, they're going to rebel on their own, but it's taking a very, very long time. And I'm an impatient sort, so let's just kill them instead. And now that I have some battleships on my side, this war is going to be a piece of cake now. I don't think anyone else in the galaxy has battleships. I'm sure there's plenty of cruisers to go around, but battleships will beat them down. Yeah, they may seem to have a pretty intimidating force with all their missiles and all their lasers and stuff, but these battleships have a lot of really, really heavy guns, which should be able to melt through their cruisers. Sure, the gunships and frigates will die, but that's okay. And there they go. All right. Universal disarmament on their part means finally all that eyesore of a light green color is out of my borders. Well, at this point, I think it's no longer a question of if we are going to win, it's just a question of when, because I now have, by a long shot, the best military and scientific and industrial base in the galaxy. I mean, some of these guys come a little bit close when it comes to, like, maybe technology or something individually, but on the whole, like, their military strength simply will not compare to me. Their economic base is inferior. I'm gonna run away with the game from here on out. There's no question in my mind. Plus, I now have things like the Nexi, which are getting me even more bonuses, so I can go for upgrades to my Red Star Nexus, for example, and get a 33% boost to all of my attacks, plus more armor and so on. Yeah, we're unstoppable. I don't see any way around it. There's just no stopping me here. The dragons win. As I usually do, the dragons win. I will say, though, I do feel like the AI was generally more competent this time around than I've ever seen before. Like, they made pretty intelligent decisions as far as their planets. They were aggressive in all the right ways as far as spreading their borders. They demanded tribute quite often. Yeah, they've been improved dramatically. I do wish that I could have seen one of the hyperlanes, though. I'm not sure why it didn't show up on this map. I do have them set to frequent, so I kind of thought I'd get at least 2 or 3, but, yeah, no such luck. Too bad. Still, definitely a jump forward for Galactic Civilizations 4. The maps are great, the AI is stronger, and I don't think that the fleet limit is really as limiting as people probably expected. It seems like it really is high enough that it's not supposed to change how you play the game, though it basically stops the AI or the player from just spamming so many ships that it crashes the game. Which, you know, hey, if that was an issue, that makes perfect sense. So I don't think it really changes too much there. Once again, I want to say a very big thank you to Stardock for sponsoring today's video. If you guys want to learn more about Galciv 4 and the version 3.0 launch, you can certainly find a link in the description down below, and I would encourage you to click on that. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. Hit that like button if you wouldn't mind. Leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.